It's day 26 of designing a Pokopia Cloud Island in 30 days. We're almost at the finish line, and we have one plot left to fill out in our city. Today, we'll be filling out this plot before moving on to a bunch of other projects. I was trying to think of the things our city is currently lacking. And one of the things is a place to work out. Unfortunately, in Pokopia, there's not like a ton of workout equipment to choose from, but I do have some ideas. So I'm here to gather up some stuff that we need for the build, including some punching bags. I'm gonna make like 5. I don't know how many I'm gonna actually use, but you know, more is probably better. I guess I could throw in some tires, and I have a couple other ideas to make this into kind of a rec center instead of just a punching gym. I took the liberty of picking all the different colors and stuff for this building, and yeah, I have an idea. I have a vision in my head for how I want this to look. So we're going into today with a lot of inspiration, and I'm feeling really good. It's our last big building for a while. Of course, I have more big buildings in mind, but I need to prioritize at this point. Like, there's stuff I have to get done before the 30 days, and we are rapidly running out of time. So we'll begin with our perimeter of foundations, and then we get to make some choices about the actual structure itself. So I had a couple ideas in mind for how I want this entrance to kind of look, and potentially some other areas on the exterior, like windows and stuff. With this one, I'm trying a bit of a different building technique. Of course, this corner, I swear, I really wish this would make a proper corner when I put them side by side like that, but we'll just have to live with it. So it'll look something like that for the top of the building. And then I was thinking for certain sections, it would actually go a little bit lower across the top. So same type of roof, but we would put it down here like this. This varied roof design is kind of inspired by like strip malls and stuff, except since it's not a strip mall and just one building, I have to kind of find excuses to vary the roof of just this one building with 4 walls. But you know, you look at strip malls and there's different storefronts all side by side, and they each have like a slightly different height variation to their signs on the roof and stuff. That's kind of what we're trying here, except this is a little too varied. This is too low. So the exterior would kind of look like this. The roof itself will sit flat at this layer right here, similar to how we did the motel roof yesterday, like that. And we're gonna put some big, tall windows on this building. There it is with the fully completed roof, just like that. And we have nice tiles, so we can evenly space some lights in here. And because we have so many bricks, I've been using these bricks as kind of like the main block that we're building with throughout this whole thing. So I'm going to make over here a little locker room for our gym, meaning we're not going to need big floor-to-ceiling windows. I'm thinking we could put a couple windows kind of that are like high up over here. So like this. And that's just for like the front of the building to look a little bit nicer. I'm seeing that breaking up my foundations at the bottom doesn't look good at all now that I have these walls up. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back. And I was doing that because I thought it'd be cool to kind of like have the bricks be a little more prominent. I like them at the entrance, I think, but I do think that our foundations need to ensconce the entire building here. Anyway, so we'll have one big tall window there, and I made some of these awnings because I thought this would also help complete the look a little bit. We don't use these nearly enough at all. So yeah, putting these on kind of the outside of the building a little bit would be nice. However, I know I said big tall windows. As I'm making them, I don't like them. So I'm kind of wondering if that would look better, and it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does. All right, let's try the glass in there. I'm going to go back to using our glass panes here because I think this will just kind of look a little bit better for this build. We've been using a lot of the wooden windows for a while, so we just kind of feel overdue for these windows, I think. The thing about gyms is that you want there to be street level views of all the folks in there working out, making the most of it, trying to better themselves. You need people walking by to feel bad about themselves, so they go in and they start working out too, and you increase your membership KPIs. I think our windows are doing that. The cool thing about this entrance that I'm doing here is that I could put a big sign up top, and I might do that. I might grab that Raichu sign, that light up one, and put it on both sides perhaps. I don't know. Like, I wish we had more signs, to be honest. I wish we could spell things out. That'd be even better. But yeah, that sign kind of reminds me of like a bar or something. So I don't know if it really represents a gym, but it's going to have to in this case. All right. Well, that was the quickest I think I've thrown together a building in this series. So let's take a look in here. This is supposed to be like the locker room. It's not very big, and none of this is very big. I knew I was working with less room because this plot I think this is one of my smaller ones. Either way, none of these plots have been as big as I need them to be. That's why yesterday we did a build across 2 entire plots. With this, I kind of want to move the door. I'm trying to decide, maybe I want it like this, just one door going into the locker room, and that'll give me a little more flexibility with building in here because I can, you know, hide more stuff behind walls instead of having doors in the way. So yeah, we'll do one door for that locker room and then an entrance door right here. That, of course, leaves me room for the reception counter. You know, we do need a reception counter because there has to be somebody having you sign up for a membership that you can't cancel. But before we get into like furniture and stuff, we should figure out what kind of floors we want in here. Typically with gyms, you have kind of a softer carpet, or not even carpet, you have like a rubbery mat that you have as the flooring for your entire gym. That's so you can drop heavy things and it doesn't damage any like fancy tile or anything like that. So I'm kind of thinking the modern carpet is the way to go. I probably don't even have to like paint this thing, you know, a different color just because it's already blue like the rest of our building. But just to kind of poke around and see what different colors look like on this, that's kind of what we're looking at. None of them impress me very much at all, so we'll just go ahead and keep it like this. The locker room is where we can have a little more like tile. So I'm thinking maybe this very expensive Pokemetal hexagonal flooring. I mean, business is booming after all, so we might as well treat ourselves. So we'll put this in here. Gosh, this is a really small room. I was really hoping it'd be slightly larger. And I want to get the rest of the carpet in here. I'm just putting some down. I gotta be honest. It's not very good. It's fine. I don't know what else to use. I don't think we have like rubber mats or anything. You know what? Yeah, the more I look at it, it's fine. Next, I want to put my lights down. I already made a bunch of these. And speaking of lights, I wanted to try some on the side of the building here, but I don't know. I don't know if these will look very good. I mean, I shouldn't say that. These are the best lights in the game. I just don't think they kind of match the vibe of this building. Also, as I look at the roof, something else that's bothering me here are the sides. Like, you know, the corners they don't corner right. Well, we should probably just lean into that a little bit with this. Even though I don't have to, what if I did this on either side of this little part we have sticking up like that? And we can do that on this corner piece too if we like it. Okay, I don't like it on the corner because it already looks kind of weird given that, you know, the pieces don't do what I want them to do. But I kind of think it looks good right here with the symmetry. That's pretty good. Okay, a few more things before we start decorating. I need to get a support beam right here, so I'm gonna go make one of those. And then we need to actually furnish this place. All right, so our support beam will look like this, I think. I could change my mind here, but it'll be something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Naturally, I think the best thing we can do as well is have the path kind of go underneath like this. I'm kind of thinking it could also just go under the support beam like that. Kind of difficult to decide how the gravel plays a role here, or the street light for that matter. Maybe we get rid of it, we get rid of the gravel, and then we have room here for, I don't know what, some planters or something. I do think this makes the gym more welcoming and more nefarious way. Vindictive, if you will. It's kind of like Jim is saying, you know, oh, sure, an intersection. Yeah, you can go left, right, you can go straight ahead if you want to. Or you could take the path less traveled and come to the gym. But no one's gonna know any of that without a sign. So let's go ahead and see, can this hang on a wall? It definitely looks like it's supposed to stand and not hang on a wall. So I could put something here to, you know, suspend it. Unfortunately, it's not even. Or I guess it is even. my gym is set up to be an odd number of blocks. There might be other signs I can use, but not that one, unfortunately. Can the gym emblem hang on a wall? No, of course not. Oh, that would be so nice though. All I really have are posters, I guess. I don't want to put a poster as the sign for the building. There are always wall monitors and then pictures, I suppose. And I know people have gotten really creative with those, but I'm not one of those people. This also has the same issue whereby it doesn't center, and that's going to drive me absolutely batty. It does look nice to have something up there though. Okay, maybe I can make an exception this one time. Since the building does have a bit of an interesting look to it, where when you look at it from the corner, the monitors actually do seem like they're evenly spaced, because in theory, there are 2 blocks spaced between them, right? We have this block, but we also have this block. I know it's 1 block, but like when you look at it from an angle, everything seems awesome. When you look at it from one side or the other, yeah, it does look a bit odd. However, most people are going to look at it from an angle because you're going to be down here and you're going to be at the intersection and go, huh? And then it looks even. Or you're coming from over here and you see this gym and you see people working out and then you come over here and like, what is this place? Oh, okay. Listen, just go with it. Okay, I want to place a door. So I need to power the building next. Let's go ahead and get our transmitters. I'll have to make more, of course. And I do think, we got transmitters all over the place. I think we could probably put it somewhere over here and it'll start connecting to everything. Oh, actually, there should be a ton of power right underneath us. We're next to the water wheels. Okay, what if I put it right here? Let's see if this gets power. Oh yeah, stuff immediately lit up. TVs? Not the TVs yet, but the light came on in here. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Does that mean it'll connect if I put it somewhere up here? No. Well, good news. This is 2 layers. What if I put it right here? It must not be working because the TVs are still off. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, if we need to raise it up a block, I can hide it right there and it should be tucked away. Yes. Okay, and I did see a wire going up too. So, yep, the TVs are on. Oh, awesome. Look at us solving problems. By the way, we were really close to breaking into this room. In fact, I wonder what that is. Is that the gym? I was trying to figure out because I placed a dirt block and it just disappeared. I'm like, where'd it go? Like, oh no, it's in the sewer. We are building right up against. Oh shoot, we're building right up against all that work we did earlier on. Okay, so half our lights are on. We have a couple more we need to turn on, but we should end up with enough power. If I just place one more transmitter up here, yeah, we should end up with enough power for this whole building. So I think the best place to put it, just to also still keep it somewhat hidden, would be like right here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add an air conditioning unit up here, and that is going to help kind of complete the look when I put this power transmitter right here. There we go. There, now everything looks really intentional and all the lights should be on. We're still missing one. Shoot. I think if I back this up to here, maybe it hits all the lights. Yes, it does. And both monitors still have power. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. We are ready to start decorating. First things first, we need a door for our entrance. And there we go, it's already powered. We're gonna need a door for the locker room as well. Maybe we use one of the doors we used in here because it has a little icon on it. It's like a sign telling you there's a locker room. Oh my gosh, Charmander looks so happy on that thing. The boat door is perfect too because it also does not have a window on it, and you would not want a window on your locker room door. And then I did grab some lockers that I stole from previous trips to Dream Islands and stuff. Oh, he came all the way down here to deliver me some bricks. So wait a minute, does that mean Charmander was coming up there from the factory and like, oh, I need to get down there. Dan's like right down the hill in the new gym. So he got on the train over there and went all the way around the island just to come here, just to bring me bricks. Do they do that? It seems like it because he's gone. He doesn't want a gym membership, that's for sure. He's just walking back. Is he gonna get back on the train? No shot. Charmander is going to take a minecart and Charmander is wait. Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna walk back. That's what they've decided. All right. That makes me feel so bad. Like, I really need to connect those 2 train stations, and probably really soon. All right, we're decorating. So, reception counter. I will need some more counters to add to this. Just maybe a couple more. We could do this, but maybe that's too far into our working out real estate. Maybe we try something like this. We could throw an office chair right over there, and then I could take this laptop and kind of put it like right here. This notepad here will be for taking down information from people that we will never get rid of, even if they ask us to. This pen will be for people to sign away all of their rights so that when they go ahead and get a gym membership, they're not allowed to ever get rid of it. And I think what's missing from this wall is just like a motivational poster, something to really motivate you to sign that paperwork and something to keep you content with keeping your gym membership forever and ever. I don't know if this will do it. This is pretty tiny. Again, I'm infinitely disappointed by the posters and stuff in this game. If this thing was twice as large, it would be way better. All right, now it's time to make it feel like an actual gym. So we are going to start with a whole bunch of punching bags. I'd say like, yeah, we'll put them here. Maybe like this. I think this is okay. And I have these tires. I know that sometimes people flip tires to work out, so I thought maybe just putting some tires in the gym would be good. And then I thought another thing we could add is like a sauna, but I didn't know how we would maybe go about that. But I do know one thing we have in Pokopia are hot springs, and I happen to have a drink, the Moo Moo Milk coffee, which will create hot springs. So we have the space and we lack the equipment. Why not make a little hot spring area in our gym. I think using this expensive tile again is probably the way to go for not only the edges of it, but also the floor. I don't have enough to finish it. I ran myself out of Pokemetal again, but yesterday we did go ahead and ask for more, and then I left for the day. So all of this should be done now, thanks to the fire types working when you're not around. Oh, also, it was a large artifact. Nothing to write home about. We are gonna probably dedicate half an episode to trying to find mysterious slates here soon. But yeah, look at that. More Pokemetal than we'll ever know what to do with. Okay, I was able to make the last bit of hexagonal tile I'll need. Also, I wanted to point out to you as well, if you like the hexagonal tile, it is very similar to the fish scale tile, and I think the fish scale tile is a lot cheaper. I don't have it in front of me. I could be wrong about that, but just something to be aware of. Fish scale tile also looks really good for pools and stuff. But all right, there we go. We have this, and let's go ahead and try the Moo Moo coffee. I haven't done this before, this particular drink, so I'm hoping I'm correct here. I think this is hot spring. Yeah, it's either a hot spring or we need to call a plumber. And I have these hot spring spouts. I've never used one before. Do they actually like pour water if I do this? Come on, do it. Spit out water. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Smeargle, you can go home. We're good. I need to go. This is just for me. I need to go do something. Okay, I'm pretty certain these are hot springs. Yeah, you can see bits of steam coming off of them. Okay, this looks nothing like the so-called coffee we just spit out. If I put a hot spring spout in this place, it should become a habitat, first of all. But there we go. It'll start working. That's what I wanted. Open air bath habitat. This will get us reboot. And just reboot. Okay, so this is hot spring. Oh, great. So I don't know what I just put. Maybe we do have to call a plumber. Our septic tank has sprung a leak in our new gym. All right, I sucked this back up. I'm just gonna drink it, I guess. I don't know what it is. It said it was coffee, but I have trust issues. I think the only bottle that comes out of the vending machines that has any real value is probably the chili sauce, which will be lava. Everything else is relatively easy to come by. I guess it depends on what biome. There's only, in the single player area, there's only like one hot spring in the whole game, right? And it's only in the Rocky Ridges. So maybe for Cloud Islands, the most valuable liquid is the chili sauce. I don't even think there's lava on a Cloud Island. Maybe I have to dig around a little bit to find it, but I certainly haven't found any on the surface. Let me know if you've ever found lava on a Cloud Island. Okay. Oh, this looks a lot cleaner. All right. I'm glad the plumber got around to this. So now we have our hot spring spout, which will go over here. This should create another habitat. And boom, it works too. Oh, that's so much nicer. Another thing I have on me is a strength rock. So I only have one. I can print more, but I figured maybe what it would be better is if I put the strength rock in the corner like this, and then put the tires like next to it. That looks a little more cluttered. And I also grabbed some other stuff that just felt like they would go good in a gym. I mean, it's a Pokemon game, right? So when you think gym, you think like Pokemon Battle Gym, but I made an actual workout gym. But I grabbed the gym emblem statue anyway, the Pokeball lamps. Maybe just one Pokeball lamp up here could be kind of cool. I don't know. It didn't turn on, which is a bit concerning. It probably should do that because there's power everywhere. What about the gym emblem? Should I put that up here? Or no, you know what? It's kind of rare. Let's save it for something else. Yeah, I'm going to say this gym is complete. It has everything we need. We can take people's money and never give it back. We have a hot spring. We have punching bags. This should be good. All that's left to do is have these TVs display something that is indicative of, you know, a gym, a place of business. All I have for my time in Pokopia would be this photo of Hitmonchan hitting a punching bag. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee live here. Is there any way to like coax them into punching a punching bag? Like there's Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. If I just ask you to punch this, like if I just stare at it, will you start hitting it? Here, they're both following me. Let's bring them to the gym. Photo op. What? No, I don't care. No, the only photo op I want is these two hitting punching bags. All right. You're going to be part of the advertisement for our new gym. So go ahead and start punching stuff. Do it. I'm just going to stare at this. You'll get the hint, right? Guys? No? Okay, here, stop following me. Wow, what a long day of following me. Wouldn't it be nice if you blew off some steam by punching the punching bag? Here, let's just get this picture. Like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Oh, Squirtle's here. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee just talking to each other. Could be a good advertisement for the gym. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, work it. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. It's almost perfect. It'd be nicer if they were hitting the punching bags. All right, let's just like focus on one of you. Yeah, okay, all right, how about you? Come on. Do like a... Yeah! Oh my gosh, this... Amazing! This is perfect! This is exactly what we needed. This is perfect. And look at all the Pokemon that already have gym memberships that they'll never be allowed to cancel. I even have an extra photo or two here for the laptop. So everything is on brand, on theme. This is awesome. All right, well, our Zaxby's, I mean, Anymon Fitness is open for business. Well, the goal was to keep today nice and simple for our last big plot in the city, and I think we did that. It looks amazing. Tomorrow, we start a whole new slew of projects to get us across the finish line. So that video, if it's ready, will be on screen now. Go ahead and watch it, and I will see you over there.